Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Abby. I am the Oddest Oracle, and I'm here to do a tarot reading for Leo today. Before we get started, just a couple of orders of business. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We don't take things that aren't ours, so don't assume a story that doesn't resonate with you. Please like and subscribe if you like this channel, and if you don't, no hard feelings. There's another reader out there for you for sure. Outside of that, I'm glad you're here, and let's go ahead and get started. We're going to read for Leo today. As I shuffle, I have some of the channeled messages I received, which they came through in a really different way. So I think off the bat, first things first, Leo, you may be experiencing something that you've experienced before, but in a completely different way, to the point where it's almost unrecognizable. But that's why your intuition is so important, because it will feel the rhythm of the thing you've already done, but it's just going to be different, which is also going to make you engage. And I do think that's important. There's something about engaging with the things that are happening around you while also being tapped into your intuition, which isn't really a problem for Leo, right? So some of the messages that came through are your attention is a powerful thing, which I think is pretty true for everybody, but specifically in your case right now with what's going on, welcoming in Aquarius season, etc., your attention is a powerful thing. So what you're doing is what you'll get better at. Like, what you're giving your attention to is going to grow. So if we're putting our attention on things that don't serve us or don't serve the greater good, then it's going to be powerful. This is so interesting. This other message that came through was about the Sword of Damocles. If you're not familiar with the story, James Baldwin did a retelling of it, which I love James Baldwin, so I'll read anything he wrote. But it's essentially this guy, Dionysius, wants to be the king. He's like, oh, the king's got a great life. This is awesome. I want to be you. I want to be you when I grow up. And the king is like, you might reconsider that. And he's like, no, I want all the riches. So the king's like, all right, come to the palace and you can be king for a day. And the guy's like, frick yes, let's go do this. So the king has him dressed in all these beautiful robes and, given the treatment, and he goes to sit down and eat, and he looks up above him, and there's a sword above his head being held in place by a single horsehair. And the king tells him, I could, piss off one of my servants and they could just, take me out or whatever. It is harder than you think. Just because there are all these riches doesn't mean that there aren't hardships that I go through to get them. So I think for somebody today, there's a message, regardless of where Leo is in your chart, because we all have a fifth house. But specifically for the Leos that I'm talking to, there's something about either somebody is not perceiving the amount of work you put into who you are properly, which what other people think of us is none of our business. Doesn't matter what they think. They don't rule anything. But also, you may be looking at somebody else and thinking, if I could be like that. I'm hearing that song by Three Doors Down, If I Could Be Like That, which is healthy in a sense, right? We can use our feelings of want, of what other people have, our mild feelings of jealousy or envy, and use them as motivation. But this is also a slippery slope. This is the kind of thing that causes others to try to destiny swap or be manipulative, or whatever the case may be. So I'm really interested to see where this reading goes, and just see what messages we can get out. The other couple of things that came through are just Marilyn Monroe, and I pictured her hair. I don't know. I'm not a huge Marilyn Monroe fan. I'm not a hater. I'm just not a huge Marilyn Monroe fan. But what I found interesting, because I was looking things up after I got that message, is that she signed her first contract during Leo season. So maybe that's a message for somebody. I got the phrase white noise but visual. So static, maybe on old TVs when the cable used to go out or whatever. Jupiter is in retrograde until February 4th in Gemini, and for some reason that may pertain to you. Now, Gemini is the um, sign of like communication. It's mercurial, and Jupiter, being the planet of expansion in retrograde, may mean that there could be some issues with communication or with that. If you have prominent Gemini, like perhaps you're a Gemini rising, um, sacral healing came across, which, as I've done sign readings like on threads over the last few months, that has come through for Leo specifically on more than one occasion. So there's something very important about healing your sacral chakra. There are lots of options for what you can do. And if you're interested, I would be happy to put something together. If somebody would like more information on that, just leave a comment and I will try to see if I can put something a little more formal together that comes from me. The name Jason and the name Jessica, so we got some J's going on here. And then a bunch of numbers came through, which these also came through in a strange way, but 33, 34, 333, 747, which I also do believe is an airplane model, and then 777. And then the Sun and Neptune were prominent in this. So there's some relationship between like illusion and reality, enlightenment, and the esoteric, and something about how we are perceiving other people. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to do a 3-card spread, but we'll definitely get clarifiers on that. I just want to get a feel for like past, present, future. We'll start there and we'll see what comes out. So let's get going. All right, Leo, thank you for being here again. I'm pretty new at this, and so I'm glad if you're stopping by, then this definitely was meant for you. This showed up on your feed. All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles in the upright for the present energy. Beautiful, beautiful. So maybe somebody's looking at you and thinking, oh, I want to be just like them, but they don't know how hard you've had to work to get there, most likely. Judgment in the past position. Okay. That is a divine decision. That's what I'm hearing. Divine decision. Judgment, rebirth. Oh, gosh. And then we have the Two of Cups. Okay, so off the bat, we've got a major arcana and a 3-card spread, which for me brings power to the reading. The Ten of Pentacles being here to the Two of Cups is showing me like there's some union, which we know if you've been around tarot for any period of time, you know that the Two of Cups typically means like a love relationship. Like each person has their cup and they're sharing their cups with one another, like spilling it back and forth or whatever. But in this position, it's feeling like, well, let's clarify. Can I get a clarifier for that Two of Cups in the future position, please? Can I get a clarifier for that Two of Cups in the future position for Leo, please? Do one more shuffle. Oh, thank you. Okay, we got 2. We have the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So there's a message here about walking away or walking towards something. Walking towards Two of Cups, Two of Cups, Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands. And there's something here about moving towards this feminine, confident, independent energy, which is beautiful. Okay. But there's some confusion here. So we have a lot of cups. We got 2, 5, and 7. 2, 8, and 7. Although 5 of cups may be relevant in the present position, given where this was. Can we clarify this Ten of Pentacles? What's going on? The Magician. Okay. And this Judgment. 8 of Pentacles. This is somebody that has, the person that I'm talking to is a very hard worker, and I don't just mean like at their job. I also mean like in life. This is somebody who is like very giving, and practiced and diligent. I'm seeing a lot of Scorpio energy here, and some Virgo energy, but Scorpio is coming out really strong. So again, maybe you have some Scorpio placements. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio, but there's this time of judgment that came in the past, based on the work that you do and the practicality. And it's like now we are manifesting or we're in this place where we have our finances pretty straight, or we're on that road, and we're manifesting this connection with another person, but it's like they can't see what you have to offer. Yep, that's it. They can't see what you have to offer. Why can't they see what collective has to offer, or what Leo has to offer? Why can't they see what Leo has to offer? Are they... Okay, so we've got the Nine of Cups here, which is, first of all, they can't see what Leo has to offer because they're pouty. Like, if you look at the Nine of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck, dude's got his arms crossed. He's like, meh, like pouty. But also there's a level of codependence I'm picking up on here, which I know can mean different things on the Nine of Cups. And we got two cards that just came out. Okay. So we had the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune come out underneath the Magician and the Eight of Cups. So 2025 is a 9-year, and I do think that that's important to have this Hermit here. Again, it's more Virgo energy. There's something Leo, Virgo with a water sign, probably Pisces with that Neptune in the channeled messages. But the Wheel of Fortune is a positive card. It's the ending of a cycle. It's the hand of fate is turning. And it looks like whatever situation you're trying to manage right now is with Neptune and the Seven of Cups here, and look, Scorpio energy. There's a lot of confusion with you, and let's see what this other person, what is this other person, this Nine of Cups person? What's going on with them? Why are they looking at Leo as though Leo didn't work for everything that they have? Queen of Pentacles, because if you're the Queen of Wands in reverse, this is the Queen of Pentacles. If you're the Queen of Wands, this is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And there's some lack of financial independence. Okay, so if a person who's never had to work for anything watches somebody who has a lot, they might think, well, I don't work like that, so how did they get so lucky? When in actuality, like, we're looking at this Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician. Like, Leo is a person who is working extremely hard in one context or another, be it in relationships or, career. I don't know why I was going to say family, because that's also relationships, but you see my point. Like, Leo puts in time, energy, attention into their life, and reaps these beautiful rewards. We really do reap what we sow, right? So then why this Queen of Pentacles over here is confused and kind of delusional to be like, well, why isn't that working for me? So I'd like to get, I don't know who this person is, Leo. Hopefully you do. Well, you should. I shouldn't be telling you anything you don't already kind of have it's a Page of Cups. Okay. Yeah, so this person is pretty immature, whoever you're dealing with. They're probably a water sign. And that doesn't make them a bad person, being a water sign or being immature. But it does mean that there's some issue with being equally yoked here, right? So if Leo is the Queen of Wands, then this person, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is not an equal matching. First of all, there's two receptive energies here. So there's not really a giver in this, and that doesn't mean that women don't give or feminine. It's energy. It's not gender. It's energy. There's a receptive energy to the divine feminine, and there's a action energy to the divine masculine. And so you're coming out in a very passionate feminine energy, but this person is coming out in a pretty stagnant, unbalanced feminine energy. And when the feminine energy is in a low vibe place, it tends to be gossipy, judgy, envious, jealous, that type of thing, which would explain where these feelings are coming from. So what can Leo do about this person? What is the best advice? I'm here to get another deck, okay? All right, we're going to switch over to the Phantom Wise Tarot, which is one of my favorites. And we're going to get some clarity. What is Leo's best course of action? Nine of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. For some reason, that's really sticking out to me. It may be a good idea for you to get some information on that Nine of Cups in reverse. I think there's in this 78 Degrees of Wisdom, which is a little old book, but it's pretty good. It's got a lot of energy. That too. It's got a lot of information about tarot in there. It was one of the first books I read. They have pretty detailed descriptions of the cards. And reverse doesn't always mean like bad, but in this context with the confusion, the page cup, there's just something here about this. Like I keep hearing not equally yoked, not equally yoked. Like this is, it could cause a lot of frustration if both of you are trying to receive inside of a relationship, right? Whether, again, doesn't have to be romantic. It can be any type of relationship. Okay, let's get some clarity on this Queen of Pentacles in reverse with regard to Leo. What is, oh, okay, I need to get the whole question out, Spirit. What is Leo's best course of action right now with regard to this Queen of Pentacles? Thank you. King of Cups in reverse. Leave him alone. That's probably the best. Or at least if you deal with them, don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this person's entire side of the board is just like completely in reverse. Like, except for the Seven of Cups, which is upright and denotes actual confusion in the upright position. So you're dealing with somebody who may be a water sign or a water-earth combination, and it's not maybe what you want it to be, or it's not, oh, I got chills. It's not what you think it should be. And part of that is the envy that goes around this person. And listen, I actually really believe that envy is a sickness. It takes an incredible amount of healing, because envy or jealousy come from a place of lack. It comes from the idea that I will never have enough on my own. I am not enough on my own. And if you're dealing with a person like that, like that's extremely sad. It doesn't make them a terrible person. It doesn't make them evil or anything like that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and trash talk a person who, first of all, can't defend themselves. But I am going to call it how I see it. And in this energy, this person is not healthy and not providing, what are they not? Well, they're not providing really anything, which is unfortunate. And again, that doesn't mean that we only enter relationships based on what another person can give to us. But relationships are about giving and receiving, about balance, about, you know, alternating between your masculine and feminine energy, and being and doing, and, you know, the circle of life. And it's beautiful, and everybody lives happily ever after, except we don't. So there's something here. There's no seed, right? If you're the Ten of Pentacles and this person is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, that is taking a pentacle from you, right? like your advice is to King of Cups this in reverse. Now, there are unhealthy interpretations of the King of Cups in reverse, and I think it's important that we remember this is not one of those. I'm not advising you to go be manipulative or like, we know, again, this is a great opportunity for anybody who doesn't know to go look up what the typical meaning of the King of Cups in reverse is. But I am saying here that it seems like Spirit is guiding you to withdraw these deep emotions, because the King of Cups does have deep emotions, and the Queen of Wands does too. Frankly, they all do, but we need to, there's a withdrawing. I'm hearing withdraw those emotions from this Queen of Pentacles. What else can they do, Spirit? What else can Leo do here? Please and thank you. Knight of Wands in reverse. Slow it down. Yeah, whoever this person is, I don't know, maybe they look like Marilyn Monroe. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get some charms. We'll go ahead and wrap this up. These charms should be confirmation or signs and symbols. Pause. I remember now. I wanted to do one more thing for you guys. We talked a lot about a relationship that doesn't seem to be very happy, but I want to talk about all that you've got going on really quick. Not really quick, in the time it's due. Spirit, can you give me some information on this Hermit and Wheel of Fortune? This seems like really incredible energy for my collective, for my Leo collective, and I'd like to know if there's any advice or any information Leo might need regarding this Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. Can we clarify? I'm using the Harmony deck by Christopher Lee. It's an AI generated deck, which is kind of interesting. And I had weird feelings about AI. I think all of us do to some degree. But the artwork is actually pretty beautiful. And I know he didn't just, like, they actually have hands, you know, so he had to go through and edit it and stuff like that, using AI as a tool. And maybe there's a message in there for you with the Magician here. There's a creation aspect, but use it as a tool, not as interesting. Okay, the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. The Ten of Pentacles. Leo, you're doing so good. Like, this is kind of incredible. I've got this incredible positivity happening over here, which is beautiful. And also, like, if you're dealing with somebody who can't see how much work you've put in to get that, then you don't need to deal with this person. Somebody should be happy for you, not jealous of you. Justice. So there's some stuff coming up for you that I think is really positive. There's this feeling of going within and soul searching, of course, with the Hermit. And that could be the year long. It could just be at this period of time at the beginning of the year. It's freezing cold outside, at least where I live, so probably would want to be. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, Justice. Three of Wands. Yeah, so you have an expectation on this manifestation that you're bringing in, but this person that you're dealing with, this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is not what you've manifested. And if you're confused about that, that's why. Your attention is a powerful thing, so turn your attention away from things that you don't want. You don't want anything that doesn't want you, and that's just facts. What you don't see coming, right? Or what's happening under the surface in Spirit's time, right? Two of Cups. What you're seeking, right? Two of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, which is a nice slow movement. And Page of Wands, some creativity. The Empress. Leo, this is beautiful. Look at you. You're doing great things. This is amazing. All right, now for real, I'm going to pull some charms, and hopefully these can be some kind of messages for you, or some confirmation, or maybe they're just little synchronicities you'll see until we meet again. So yeah, I definitely just think it's important for you to stand confident in who you are and what you've done and what you've accomplished, and not allow anybody to make you feel like you didn't have to work hard for that. Or that it just comes easy for you, because I don't really think anything kind of comes easy for anybody, truly. We all have to deal with things. Life is hard for all of us. All right, we have Namaste. We have a bicycle. We have two musical notes. It's cute. Actually, they match. That's kind of adorable. A crescent moon with a star, a dove, a dog bone, the letter Y, and the Eiffel Tower. So maybe there's a song that you want to listen to that kind of gets you hyped up. Maybe there's a song you and this person share, which is a great way to remember other people by, right? Like when we have to leave people behind or remove people from our lives, that doesn't mean we want to delete them from, right? Like you remove somebody from Facebook, it doesn't delete them from life. Like there are still happy memories with even people we dislike. I keep staring at this bicycle here, and I keep picturing a unicycle, so I don't know if this is with this Hermit card. Maybe this is a time to kind of be alone, in the sense of like not seeking it out because it will come to you. And I do think that that's important. I think that I've seen that borne out many times in my life, of like the easiest way to lose something is to want it too badly, or to hold too tightly to it and not allow it, right? Like we should love people and things in such a way that they feel free, because you can't choke it out, you know? All right, I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, whatever. Thank you for visiting, and I will see you again next time. And until then, be safe, make good choices, remember who you are, and I'll be taking my own advice. Thanks.